What's up, everybody? It's B with Pray Person Auto Detailing, and I am super pumped that you're here with me in the garage today because I have a 2017 Ford Expedition in Blue Jeans Blue, and it is here for a full interior detail. Now, there are some areas that I want to focus on, like the seats, because they have some stains. The cup holders also have some stuff in it that we are going to hit with the steam cleaner. The plastics have some dust on them, which is normal when a ride has 117,000 miles, as well as the floor mats are dirty. They are rubber, so they're gonna clean up just fine, but we for sure wanna make them look amazing. Now, if you are not subscribed to this epic channel, what I want you to do is go down there and hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of this detailing greatness. And without further ado, let's get to it. You can see what I'm talking about right here with the floor mats. They just have a bunch of mud on them, which again, super common because they're on the floor. So we're going to take these out all around the car. We're gonna hit them with the pressure washer to make sure that they are completely dust free, and then we'll move on to vacuuming. Look at how much space we have. I didn't know if I'd be able to open my cupboard. I think I can. Yes! So the majority of my super sick customers definitely want their vehicles cleaned, but it is really, really expensive, and it takes way more time than just overnight to take all of the plastics, all of the trim, all of the seats out of a vehicle. So getting into some of these weird corners and areas where stuff can fall down can be a bit of a challenge, but of course, I strive to make sure to get every tiny area as clean as possible for the customer so that they can have a super beautiful clean ride when I'm done. Here they are, my old nemesis, the anchor point for the middle bench of the Expedition seat. This is chucked full of debris like they always are on both the driver and the passenger side, and it was a challenge to get it clean, as it always is in the Expeditions, but I was super pumped to do it. As I mentioned in the introduction to the video, there was a ton of dust and debris all over all of the plastics, which really is common in a vehicle that's a few years old and has a ton of miles like this one does. And it definitely took some time to make sure I got all of that dust cleared before I started actually cleaning the plastics. And I'm using my detail brush to get into any tight areas that a simple wipe down with a microfiber towel would not catch. Now that we've vacuumed up all that dust, we need to clean the carpets. We start out by using the Chemical Guys Citrus Carpet Cleaner. We spray that onto the carpet. Then of course we agitate that with the drill brush, followed by extraction with the Sandia extractor. It's one of my favorite parts to do on every detail because it always turns out visually pleasing, and of course it's way fun to do. Let's see how dirty these carpets are by following that simple process. Check it out. The entry and egress point for the rear bench, whether it is accessed from the driver or the passenger side, always has a ton of debris hidden in the carpet fibers, which makes it way fun to extract, of course, and way satisfying for me because that means this area is cleaner for the customer. But I have yet to see a vehicle with a floor mat that completely protects this area of egress and entry for the rear bench, and it always is such a wreck, which is totally fine because look how much fun it is to extract, and it always cleans up really, really nice. one of these middle bench seats, I think this one right here, makes it into the B's top 3 at the end of the video, primarily because this middle bench is absolutely entertaining to extract, and it makes sense because it is the easiest to get in and out of, so it probably has seen the most traffic over the use of the vehicle.
Perfect.
On the always epic B's carpet extraction scale, with a 1 being clean, soapy water and a 10 being dirty, I equate it to visually looking at chocolate milk when I pour it out, this expedition ranks right at a 5.5. Most of the carpets came out pretty clean. The entry and egress points and some of the seats were pretty dirty, so it averaged out right to just above halfway at a 5.5. With the carpets clean, we move on to cleaning the plastics, protecting the plastics, and cleaning the glass. We're going to start with the APC from 3D. We're going to use the steam cleaner in the more soiled areas, our detailing brushes in those tight areas, and of course we are going to wipe everything off with a microfiber towel. To protect the plastics, we are going to use 303 aerospace protectant, detailing brush, applicating pad from Chemical Guys, and of course we're going to level and wipe off with a microfiber towel. Then we will clean the exterior and interior glass, even though this is just an interior detail, with Chemical Guys glass cleaner. We are also going to use the toy dinosaur and microfiber towel. was gum in more than one spot on these plastics of the Expedition, as well as the headliner, the carpet. It was everywhere. I actually tanked a couple of microfiber towels because I hit the gum with the steam cleaner, got it kind of loose and goosey, but it still adhered very, very well to the microfiber fibers, and so I just had to tank them. If you remember in the last expedition, I detailed the seat anchor points right here were in pretty rough shape, and I'm gonna have to say that it must just be a trend with these expeditions that right here and right here collect a ton of stuff. Upon completion of the cleaning of all of the plastics, I roll into the protection of the same plastics using 303 aerospace protectant, the process already described before. I do like the performance of the 303 aerospace protectant. You can tell just from this steering wheel that once it was cleaned, it really had a dull haze to it, and the 303 aerospace protectant really does a great job of restoring it to a nice matte finish, but not a greasy finish that is so slick that you will slip your hand off the steering wheel when you're trying to turn after the detail. And of course, not to be forgotten, before I put the rubber floor mats back into the vehicle, I spray them with 303, I work that 303 in with the detailing brush, and level and wipe off with my microfiber towel. Of course, I want to take this time to thank the customer. Thank you, epic customer, for letting me detail your expedition. This was a ton of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. That expedition detail was so sick, and I am super pumped that I was able to get it so clean for the customer. Now, without further ado, let's get into B's top 3. Number 3 is gum. There was gum absolutely everywhere, in the cup holder, on the floor, on the headliner, on some of the door, in the little handle. It was a mess with gum. But I was able to get it mostly out of there for the customer. There was even some on the seat belts in that rear bench. I tried to film it and it looked like I really wasn't doing anything other than shooting steam everywhere, so I didn't include it in the video. But I was pumped to get the gum out for the customer, although it did take a lot of time and I had to tank quite a few microfiber rags in order to do it. Number 2 is the middle bench seat extraction. There was a ton of debris trapped in the fabric. When I started extracting, it increased the average on the B's ever epic scale of carpet dirtiness quite a bit just with that middle bench alone. Number one and my favorite part of this expedition detail was the performance of 303 aerospace protectant on the rear door on the driver's side. Hitting it with the 303 just restored that plastic to a beautiful shine, not a greasy shine, but a beautiful matte finish, and it looked really great. I want to say like new again. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I thought this detail was a ton of fun, and I thought a lot of those clips turned out really sick. If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click on that button up there. If you are, you're epic. Over here, there's a link to another one of my super sick videos. Go ahead and watch that, and I hope you enjoy it. And again, if you want to detail with B, all you gotta do is go down and detail that like button, and I will catch you on the next one.